Cereal time, cereal time, cereal time, whoa.
Open it up, Al. We're eating the whole bar. I can be everywhere at once.
What's up, cereal heads? Today we're going to talk about new chocolate caramel crunch from Cap'n Crunch. I always love seeing a new variety on shelves from the Captain himself. Now this one's been out there circulating for a little while and I've had trouble finding it. Fortunately, the Quaker and Cap'n Crunch team was nice enough to send me a box as well as some other Cap'n Crunch goodies that I'll share at the end of the video here. So this is just the newest Cap'n Crunch variety to come along in a long line of Cap'n Crunch cereals. Now I'm not going to run through all the varieties of Cap'n Crunch. I've already done that in many of my other Cap'n videos. However, I do need to show you one of those versions because, well, here, take a look. This is Choco Crunch, and it came out in the early 80s. Now, I've never been able to get my hands on a box of this, unfortunately, but I do have vague memories of the commercials for it. Here's one from the early 80s.
I wish I was that Choco. He can get a hit without a bat. He can steal second without leaving first.
But he can't trick me out of new Choco Crunch cereal.
Choco?
That delicious chocolatey crunch mixed with crunchy crunch, part of this complete breakfast, is for us to enjoy. Right, Dave?
Yeah.
Bad call there, Dave.
Where's my Choco Crunch, Captain?
It's, in here.
So that crazy Choco shape-shifting monster was a fun mascot for the cereal. But obviously the reason I'm showing you this cereal is because it very much resembles this new chocolate caramel crunch. In look, not in taste. You can see that Choco Crunch was just regular Cap'n Crunch mixed with Cocoa Puff-like chocolate balls, which from the front of this new box here looks like the same cereal. Whereas Choco Crunch was just regular Cap'n Crunch with Cocoa Puffs, this one here claims to have a delicious chocolate caramel flavor to it, which makes me think the Cap'n Crunch treasure chest pieces are caramel flavor. Caramel actually seems to be a trendy flavor recently with cereals. We had those caramel Apple Jacks, the Dunkin' Donuts caramel macchiato cereal, and recently the Dulce de Leche Toast Crunch. And that's just the recent ones. There have been plenty of other caramel cereals. And for chocolate caramel cereals, well, probably the most famous one is Lion cereal based on the Lion candy bar. But that cereal is not a US cereal, it's sold in the UK, so not many North American consumers know about it. Actually, maybe I should do a video about Lion cereal. I'll put that on my to-do list. But back to the Captain's new concoction here. You can see him on the front of the box here with 2 scoops creating this new variety, and it says, "Chocolatize me, Captain." Now let's take a look at the back of the box here. I love the back of Cap'n Crunch boxes. They never let me down. You can see this one says, "Welcome to Chocolate Caramelville" on the roof up there. You got Carlisle hanging out of the window of that house. Up in the top right, you got Sea Dog and Alfie. Brunhilde is hanging out of the window of what looks like a church there. There are essentially 3 games or activities on the back here. The first is the captain down there asking you to help him get through the maze. Then over there on the left, there's a wanted poster for Jean Lafoot, and it asks you to find his hideout. You can see the silhouette of his shadow there in the window of the church or whatever that building is. And then lastly, they say that street vendor Vic is taking his chocolate caramel cereal to the market, but he's dropping pieces that you have to find. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the first appearance of street vendor Vic because I don't remember seeing him in any of the previous Cap'n Crunch ad campaigns. And why would I, since Vic clearly lives in Chocolate Caramelville and this is our first trip to that town. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. They've done a great job over the years building out the Cap'n Crunch universe and getting into the mythology of Crunch Island, which is where I assume this small town resides. Although maybe not, maybe it's another town on a small island in the Milk Sea. I don't know, there's so much lore mythology to explore. I would definitely watch a Cap'n Crunch animated show with the adventures of Captain and the SS Guppy crew. So many cool stories to tell. Anyway, enough talk, let's open up this stuff and take a look. So here's what a bowl of new chocolate caramel crunch cereal looks like. You can see it is the regular Cap'n Crunch chess pieces and the chocolatey corn puffs. There's a pretty good ratio of both of them there, so it makes for an appetizing looking combo. Now I'm assuming they added some caramel flavor to the Cap'n Crunch pieces, or maybe they just made the chocolate puffs both chocolatey and caramel flavored. Let's hit them with some milk and give them a try. That's got a delicious, rich chocolate caramel flavor. This is definitely a good flavor combination. This stuff is really tasty. Once again, the Captain hits us with a delicious new flavor. The people over at Quaker really know what they're doing. I honestly can't tell if the Cap'n Crunch pieces have a caramel flavor to them or if it's just the chocolatey puffs that have the caramel chocolate flavor. But whatever it is, it works really well. Cap'n Crunch has always had that sort of rich, brown sugar, buttery flavor to it, and adding some subtle chocolate flavor to it, well, what's not to love about that? I still think Cap'n Crunch with Crunch Berries is superior, but if you love chocolate caramel flavored things, you're definitely going to want to pick this stuff up. Now, in addition to that cereal, Cap'n also sent me a few other new snacks. 2 new boxes of Cap'n Crunch treats. They're kind of like Rice Krispie treats, although not really. They got 2 flavors here, as you can see, a crunch berry one and a peanut butter one, which looks like there's a little chocolate drizzle on the top of that one. The backs of these boxes, once again, have some great illustrations. They help to continue the lore of Crunch Island and Captain and his friends. On the back of the crunch berry treats, you got Dave here, who I thought had disappeared from the crew, and then the crunch berry beast. Then over here on the peanut butter box, you got a Soggy playing volleyball with Smedley the elephant from the old peanut butter crunch box. I'll open both of these boxes and show you what they're like real quick. So here's the Crunch Berry Cap'n Crunch treat there. You got the little drizzle on top. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it's fine. It tastes like super sweet crunch berries and Rice Krispies mashed together. Let's try the peanut butter one. So here you go. You can see this one has a chocolate drizzle on top. Let's give it a try. I mean, it's alright. I'm not a huge fan of these cereal bars. I'd rather just eat a bowl of cereal. Now, lastly, Cap'n Crunch sent me a box of Cap'n Crunch's Chocolatey Churro Bites. These are just pouches of mini chocolatey churro pieces that you can eat as a dry snack. Let's open up these and give them a try. So here's a look inside one of the pouches. That's how many little chocolatey churro pieces you get. And here you go. Here's a look at one of these mini chocolate churros. Let's give them a try. They're fine. They don't really compare to General Mills Cinnamon Toast Crunch chocolate churros. Honestly, I can't really see myself picking up either of these Cap'n Crunch snacks, but I guess Cap'n felt the need to compete in the dry snacking cereal department. Personally, I don't feel like these pouches of dry cereal are gonna sell really well, whether they're the Jumbo Snacks or the General Mills Remix pouches. Wouldn't you just rather buy a box of cereal and just eat that dry right out of the box? Anyway, snacks aside, this new chocolate caramel crunch is delicious, and I can't wait to see what the Cap'n comes up with next. I should also note this box doesn't say limited edition on it, so maybe this flavor is gonna stick around for a while. I guess that depends on how well this cereal sells, but I think people are gonna respond really well to this cereal. It's a great flavor combination. All right, well, that's gonna do it for another Cap'n Crunch variety. As always, thank you for watching, and until next time, stay crunchy. So what do we think Vic's backstory is?